Okay, well, due to an unforeseen circumstance, we're going to go ahead and make that special announcement right now before too many people get the time to check their emails. So, I am very excited to tell y'all about the first big and exciting thing that we're going to be doing with ETSU Esports. So, if you'll remember when we launched our website, there was a contact form down at the bottom of our webpage where you could request more information about the program and get an invite to our Discord server. Well, today, if you have filled out that form, and if you go fill it out today afterwards, all the way up until January 31st, you will become eligible for our first open tryout. Our first open tryout will be held in our temporary training facility, which is in Gilbert Hall 117. We are currently getting that room up to speed, and hopefully it'll be open before the semester starts in basically a week and a half.
If we got the parts, I got the room is ready to go.
But we have our equipment for the temporary training facility. So once we get that set up, that will become open to anyone that will be participating in the open tryouts. So our open tryouts will take place from February 3rd through the 9th. It's going to be a very simple format. Once the cutoff date has arrived, Brad and I are going to sort people into scrim teams. We already have scrimmages lined up with colleges and universities from across the country, including some local teams have agreed to scrim us, and they're very excited. They were begging to get the first crack at getting to scrim some of our potential students. So we'll do a full week of scrims with scrim teams, and that will take place from Monday to Thursday. We'll have 2 days for League of Legends, 2 days for Overwatch. And then the Friday of that week, we'll have kind of an all-team meeting for everyone that's participated in the open tryout. And the rest of the weekend will consist of a very small tournament of people that participated in the open tryout. And
so the people that are going to attend the tournament have to have attended the open tryouts.
Yes. So by filling out that form on the website, sending us a few VODs of your gameplay and some additional information that you'll get an email about, you'll become eligible for the tryout. We will announce those scrimmage teams a few days in advance through the Discord server, as well as the full release schedule for that tryout process. So make sure you're in the Discord. It's very important that you're in our Discord server, because that's going to be the easiest way for us to get you quick and easy information about this tryout process. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll do some scrimmages. Friday, we'll kind of have a big team meeting where the first round of cuts will be announced, and we will announce the teams for the tournament. So there's no guarantee that the people that you're playing with during the scrimmages will be the people that you're playing with during the tournament. And then Friday evening and all day Saturday, the training facility will be available. The temporary training facility will be available for teams to come in, set up their own equipment, if so many people want to practice at once. And you can scrim each other. I will have a few teams on standby that might be willing to scrim as well. That one's still a little fuzzy because most collegiate teams have a lot of things going on Saturday. But we'll kind of have a full open practice day on Saturday so that the practice teams can get some synergy together. And then Sunday morning, we're going to host the tournament. And that's going to kind of be the big place for you to showcase. Look, this is where I started the week at. You saw where I started the week at with a scrim. Here I am on Sunday in a high-pressure situation where it matters. This is how I perform. This is how I work with other people. And that's going to be... And from there, that's going to be some of the early criteria that we look at when we're looking at players to bump back to consider for varsity. Now, this first round, I expect there's going to be a lot of people. If everyone that has expressed any sort of interest right now signs up and says that they're able to go, we're going to have to hold another couple this semester. But you're allowed to participate in as many of our open tryouts as you want.
That's awesome.
So if you participate in the one in February and we get to Friday and we make the cuts and you just didn't quite make the cut for the first tournament, say we hold one again in March, there's nothing stopping you from coming back. Even if you win, say you make the cut to the tournament, your team wins the tournament like overwhelmingly, all 5 of you come back. There's nothing that's going to stop you from coming back. So as long as we're having open tryouts and you've filled out your information forms and joined our Discord server and sent me some VODs so that I can review your gameplay, you can participate in our open tryouts all the way up until we stop running them.
That's awesome. Now let me make sure I've got this. I'll try to just go over it one more time for everybody. Anyone that's applied so far, and anyone that is yet to apply, as long as they complete the application process, are going to be eligible for this open call tournament. This is like Bruce Lee movie stuff, Mortal Kombat stuff.
Yes.
This is the tournament. They'll play through the week. Now there's going to be a round of cuts right off the bat after these days of play through the week. Is there going to be a round of cuts that'll be announced on Friday?
Yes, the cuts will be announced on Friday.
So then you announce on Friday who's going to advance to the weekend play, which will be an honest-to-goodness tournament-style gameplay against actual opponents, actual schools.
Well, the tournament will all be in-house.
Yeah, right.
But we'll have available scrim partners from other schools.
Oh, okay. But they're not going to have any control over what team they're playing on. Are those going to be assigned randomly?
So Brad and I have kicked around a few ideas. I think the best idea we've come up with right now is just honest-to-goodness middle school gym dodgeball style.
Yeah.
Me versus Brad. We're just going to draft all of the teams that way.
I love it.
Dodgeball pick people.
Try
to build the best teams possible, and then run you through the gauntlet.
Yeah, that's great. That sounds like not only is it a successful way to run it and to find, we want the best. We want the people with the most merit, the people that play the best, because let me tell you 3 facts about this team that are, I'm pretty sure, incontrovertible. Our first season is going to determine our second season. We have to show that this team is going to get the wins, the views, the success, if we want to make sure that we're going to have a seat at the table come next year. 2, we just love people that are good at what they do, and we want everyone and anyone. We don't care where you come from, who you are, what you like. As long as you can play with good sportspersonship and you can play with a high enough level of skill, you have a chance. And whatever this is.
Oh, I know what the third one is. There's a third inconceivable fact that you missed.
I was just making a it was a City Slickers joke.
No, yeah, and the third inconceivable fact is that we have the resources, we have the people, we have the equipment, we have the facilities to win a championship.
Absolutely.
And so I will want to build teams that will win a championship.
Right. This is a team. This isn't a club. It's not a social gathering. This is a team that is expected to perform, and that goes for us as the staff as well as the players. So if you are not serious, my friends, if you think this is just something fun that might kill a weekend, you're doing yourself a disservice, because there's a commitment here that is going to go on, but also there is a lot of glory to be had.
Yeah, and so that's one thing we're trying to do with the structure of this combine, this open tryout process, is that I really want to make sure people understand what a typical week looks like if you're a collegiate esport athlete. Now, admittedly, every week doesn't end with a tournament, but every week.
But it might. But some weeks will.
But most weeks will end with a very high stress, like high stakes match. But I really want to give people a feel for what it's like, because I don't want people to get the wrong impression of kind of what we have to do.
Yeah.
Because
it's not just sitting around in the basement playing games.
Yeah, no, scrim blocks are exhausting. They're loads of fun, but they're very exhausting. Yes, so Lesky, right now the days that we have for League and Overwatch, we will be doing League scrims on Monday and Wednesday, and Overwatch scrims on Tuesday and Thursday. because that is that is typically how most colleges will structure their scrim availability days, because their regular season play will be league games are on Tuesdays or Thursdays, and Overwatch games are on Wednesdays.
Oh, interesting. So that's a convention kind of across the entire gamut of
at least
schools.
Within our conference, because most of the schools in our conference try to work around our game schedule, because one benefit we do have is we can reschedule our regular season games as long as both teams are okay with it within reason.
That's super. I mean,
but also it's a nightmare. Nobody wants to do it.
Right.
So it makes it easier if you have it so that your league team is scrimming on days that they're not supposed to play, and then they're available on days that we're supposed to play. And honestly, there are a few schools that are really excited about scrimming us for these days, because we're not competing in our conference tournament this year. So they're kind of getting that private scrim environment that we're getting when we'll be scrimming with our junior varsity teams, because we won't be playing, like, there's not a chance that anything that they show us I'll be like, hey, I really like that. We should implement that. And then that like kind of trickles down into the other teams in the conference.
Right.
So there are a lot of people
and by next year when we are competing, the world has moved on from that most likely. Yeah.
So there are a few teams that are very excited. But yeah, Lesky, so if you're a League or Overwatch player, Monday, Wednesday for League of Legends, Overwatch Tuesday, Thursday, that is tentative, that is very tentative but almost confirmed. If that changes, that will get announced within a week.
Now,
and that'll be social media's Discord.
And this is going to be the same. Just to make sure I understand, we're talking about the same thing. This is going to be the same for our open trials.
Yes,
right? It'll be the same.
Yes.
Cool.
So the Monday through Thursday will very closely emulate what our regular practices will look like. Yeah, so one thing, if you have already filled out that form on our website, you should have gotten an email about 10 minutes ago with all of this information. So in case you missed something, in case I missed something, it's there. You can view it. And that is going to ask for just a little bit more information, mostly just so I can get you added to our Discord server and have access to getting the VODs of your gameplay. But yeah, no, I'm very excited about this. Once we kind of got this format nailed down, I really just wanted to announce it, and I really wanted to talk about it. But also, I kind of wanted to have something to get people excited for the semester. We're a week and a weekend away.
Right.
So that kind of gives us just enough time for people to get curious about it until everyone gets back onto campus, and then it'll be...
Hopefully everybody will be talking about it. Be sure to tell everyone you know. You got to get that application in if you want to participate in these open tryouts. So you need to go to etsu.edu/esports if you haven't already, or if your friends need to. We're probably preaching to the choir here, but etsu.edu/esports. etsu.edu/esports.
And so then at the very bottom, there's just a very quick inquiry form. Once you fill that out, that will allow me or Brad to send you another email with some just quick information that we can ask of you to get you registered for that process.
And also we'll send you the information about the Discord server and anything else. That a whole bunch of information comes along with filling out that application after the fact. So get it in. Come and join us, because I cannot wait to see our first esports team, chomping at the bit, ready to go. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be lots of fun. I'm really looking forward to this tournament. I've already kind of some of the people that are involved with the program I've already kind of been talking to them about it a little bit, and they're like, "Oh, it's a Sunday? Yeah, I'm going to come in and I'm going to watch." So we might have a packed house.
That's awesome.
And also, barring any sort of technical issues that would allow it, we are going to be streaming that tournament.
Excellent.
On Sunday. So if you participate and you don't make the cut to the tournament, and you want to kind of see the level of play of people that did make it, or if you're just a fan, or you just really, really, really want to see some collegiate League of Legends and Overwatch, we're going to be live all day Sunday with that stream.
And you can say you were there at the beginning. I mean, this will be the literal beginning of this team. This is where the players that are going to be playing for the next year are coming from. So you can say that you saw it.
Yeah, this is if you ever wanted to see Peyton Manning during his first in his first practice camp. This is how you see it. You can also kind of tell how old I am. That was my sports ball reference.
I thought that was a great. That's a great one.
Okay, well, I think that about wraps up the announcement. Unless anyone has any other questions, I feel like I've covered everything, but also I'm a human, so I probably haven't. So if there's anything that I can help make more clear, kind of steer you in the right direction of what you need to do next, feel free to send a message into chat. Or you can, once you've joined our Discord server, and actually I'm gonna put a link to our Discord server in the chat right now.
Excellent.
Just in case.
And remember, you can also find this information. It's a little harder to find, but on Facebook, you can find us at ETSU Esports. We are on Instagram. I haven't really started using Instagram yet, but now that we have computers in and we're going to start building putting together the practice facility, you might want to start checking out the Instagram. I have a feeling it's going to start getting populated real fast with a lot of stuff, especially once we get going at the tournaments. And I'm going to make sure that everybody has it on their phones. And also you can follow us on Twitter at, again, ETSU Esports.